Hello everyone and welcome to another casual review. Today I'm talking about Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast. To be clear, this game was made before Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. I accidentally played these out of order because of the naming conventions. There have actually been several other Jedi Knight games which I'm unfortunately not going to get to, at least with this Star Wars marathon, because as far as I know they aren't available on the Switch, my main gaming console. For a couple reasons that I'll get into, it was a little hard going back to Jedi Knight 2 after playing through the more relatively modern features of Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, if that makes any sense. In this game, you get to play as Kyle Katarn, the mercenary, and he played a major role in Star Wars Jedi Academy, whereas he is like your character that you created. He's kind of like your character's mentor, if you will. And while I played through Jedi Academy, I felt like they were really playing up Kyle Katarn, but I didn't understand why, and it's because he's the main character in a lot of these other Jedi Knight games. In this game, he seems very anti-Jedi and the Force, and they allude to him having the Force powers in previous Jedi Knight games. Unfortunately, I can't exactly say why he is so anti-Jedi Knight, just because I don't know the stories of those other Jedi Knight games. I will say because Jedi Knight 2 gives you a character to play as with an actual voice and narrative, the story does seem more deep than in Jedi Academy, just because like you aren't playing a character that you made up yourself, and it seems very focused around the main character in this Jedi Knight 2 game compared to Jedi Academy, where it seems more focused around the characters surrounding your main character. It's basically a revenge plot because someone near and dear to Kyle Katarn is defeated by this cool-looking Sith guy who is like a space Tyrannosaurus Rex. I'm sure in the Star Wars lore they have an actual alien name, but he just looks like a Tyrannosaurus anamorphic character with a red lightsaber and a really deep voice. And so, much to Kyle Katarn's chagrin, he must go back to the Force and wield a lightsaber once again to get revenge on this antagonist. The environments don't seem as varied as they were in Jedi Academy, and also the levels themselves are linear. You aren't able to choose your mission structure like you were in Jedi Academy. It seems like a lot of the time you are on board the Empire ships and you fight a lot of stormtroopers, which is fine. I just kind of like all the different planets that you're able to go to in Jedi Academy compared to this one. Like I said, you don't start with a lightsaber, which is kind of disappointing because the shooting mechanics in this game and Jedi Academy weren't my favorite, and I was really bad at them because these games do not have aim assist, which I rely on heavily whenever I play especially using a controller with dual analog sticks. And so my aiming is really, really bad in this game, and I found it to be very difficult, particularly the first level when I was playing in normal difficulty, and I was dying quite a lot, and I just thought to myself, like, okay, so if this is how hard the first level is going to be, I think I need to bump this down to difficulty. So I started the game over and started with the Padawan difficulty, and even then, I still struggled playing through a lot of this game, admittedly. And I really missed using my lightsaber, and especially the dual lightsabers that I got in Jedi Academy. Now, eventually, you do gain access to the lightsaber and the Force, and that did make it a little more exciting compared to just starting out with these abilities from the very get-go. And it did give me an appreciation for some of the guns that you gain access to in this game. One that I particularly liked was this kind of acted like a sniper rifle that could vaporize enemies if you charged it up, which was fun to use. Like I said, in Jedi Academy, I hardly ever touched any of these guns. I just wanted to use a lightsaber. Another difference between this and Jedi Academy is as you play through the levels, you automatically upgrade and gain new Force abilities. They are just doled out to you rather than you choosing which abilities you want to unlock and upgrade. It was kind of cool using some of the Dark Force abilities that I didn't have access to in Jedi Academy because I chose to completely go down the light side of the Force in that game. So in this game, you could use the Force Choke and you can throw enemies up against the wall and use lightning, which was fun. Now, playing through this game, it isn't exactly obvious what objects you can interact with. You have to use a lot of switches, especially in the Empire ships. You have to use a ton of computer equipment and switches switches to activate bridges and unlock doors so you can go through them. And it isn't obvious. They're not like highlighted or anything like that. And there are a lot of secret pathways that you can go down, and some that are really hidden, but you actually have to go through them in order to progress. And so in this game, I actually followed a playthrough. And so I just want to give a special shout out to the YouTube channel called Lightning Bolt Forever. And I had a lot of fun playing along with him because I don't think I could otherwise have beaten this game without his guidance. Some of this stuff is really obtuse and just so difficult. It's just like, how was I ever supposed to know that's what I was supposed to do, or that's where I was supposed to go, without following along with this playthrough? So I am especially grateful to him. Thanks a lot for that guidance. And just overall, I felt like the combat in this game was particularly difficult, even on Padawan difficulty, so he gave me a lot of tips and tricks to get through the game. The lightsaber battles themselves, however, are a lot easier than in Jedi Academy. I just felt like I would put on the Force speed and I would pretty much win every single battle against a Dark Jedi is what they're called. I gotta say though, I really miss customizing my own lightsaber colors and dual wielding lightsabers. That was really cool in Jedi Academy, and I really wish that I had played through this game before Jedi Academy, because I wouldn't have known what I was missing out on when I was playing through this game. So it just has a little more polish. Jedi Academy is a little rough around the edges still, with it being such an old game, but this game, going back to this game after playing through Jedi Academy, it felt pretty rough. There are hardly any checkpoints in this game, and so you need to be making sure that you save quite frequently if you aren't as good as this YouTuber that I was following along with, because like he hardly ever saved, but I just felt like I needed to constantly, after every single interaction, save, because there's nothing more frustrating than getting a game over and not saving for a long time and having to go all the way back. So I really abuse the save state system. Here's one thing that isn't in Jedi Academy, surprisingly, is at the end of the level it will tell you the stats, like your favorite weapon, all of the different moves that you used, your aiming accuracy, which mine was like super low just because lack of aim assist, and I felt like some of these guns just fire off at weird directions. It's like no wonder that stormtroopers miss all the time. If they don't have aim assist turned on, how are they supposed to aim at the good guys? So I have more respect for those stormtroopers for using those unwieldy guns. Obviously, once I gained access to the lightsaber, that's mainly what I use, though. Also, it's kind of stingy when you're trying to pick up ammo. You have to actually look directly at the ammo or the gear that you want to pick up and press the interact button. Now, sometimes if I walked over it would automatically collect it, but it seemed a lot more stingy than more modern first-person shooter games that I've played. Overall, while I did enjoy the story in this game more than Jedi Academy, I think in all other aspects, Jedi Academy is a much superior game. So, yeah, it's unfortunate that I played these out of order, but it is what it is. As far as the Star Wars games that I have played through so far, this is probably my least favorite one. I'm gonna have to give this game a 2 out of 5, and I gotta say, if it didn't have the link to the Star Wars, and if I wasn't fighting stormtroopers and hearing all the sounds, I think this game might have been a 1 out of 5 if it didn't have the link to that franchise that I love so much. Well, guys, that's it for me. Let me know what you think about Star Wars Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, or let's just talk about Star Wars in general. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Otherwise, I'll talk to you later. Bye!